Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome to a new video, and by the title, this is a different video than usual. This is not gaming, this is not a vlog. This is a video kind of explaining a passion of mine, and if you guys see sometimes I'm looking a little bit to my right, it's because I've got my laptop there, where I've got, where the surprise I'm going to explain to you guys in a second. I'm doing a fantasy hockey league, and if some of you guys who don't really know what fantasy hockey league is, it's basically, if it's basically, you're like a pro manager, like a coach or something for a team, a manager for a team, and it's like your team, but it's fantasy, which means like it's not real, basically. So it's like your group of people. Um, it's kind of hard to explain this. It's a group of people who like doing that kind of stuff, and they're like, okay, we'll do this. But anyways, I'll kind of explain the concept. So basically, you draft players for your team. The first draft is 24 rounds, because you have to draft. Oh no, the first round is 15 rounds, and wait 1 second, sorry. So the first draft, oh, actually all the drafts are 15 rounds, and the limit on the amount of players that you're allowed to have on your team is 24 players. And every week, so let's just talk about that. And then you have a different game every week. So you have a game which is 1 week. So you basically play against another person that is playing. So you're playing against a different person the whole entire week. And how it works is you choose different people. So you choose 6 forwards, 4 defensemen, and 3 goalies. So that adds up to 13 players. So you're going to want to grab a lot of free agents, which is right after the draft. And free agents, if you guys don't know, is players who did not get picked. And so in fantasy league, it's a little bit different from hockey. It's players who did not get picked in the draft. So it's anyone's to take. And they look around. So basically, you can add up to 24 players on your team, and then basically, I was on to the schedule, I believe. On the schedule, you're allowed to play 13 players, and those 13 players cannot be injured. They have to be 13. And so those 13 players, what they're going to do is during the week when they have a game, they're going to get you points by scoring goals and getting assists in the game. And how you lose a point is by a penalty. So that can be bad. Basically, it goes throughout the year until right before the NHL playoffs start. Right before the NHL playoffs start, your playoffs go on, basically. Sorry, I'm getting through a little voice change. And I just ate supper, so I might be a little bit off. And if you win the playoffs, you'll get a trophy. You'll get a trophy. And I'll be buying one every year. I need to buy one now, but I'm considering actually. No, I'm probably not going to do this because this cup is actually my only cup and it costs a lot of money. But I was considering grabbing this baby off for the first year. I'm thinking it's my only cup. I'm not going to buy another one. So I'll keep it for myself. And I'd buy probably a different cup at Dollarama or something like that. Just something easy. Um, Something easy like that. And then after you play, and then you've got your standings. I hope you guys know what standings are, or if not, you're dead to me. Um, but free agents, I'll get into more detail after. But once you get in the site, which will be linked down below, also is my Instagram. And if you want to register, all you have to do is either go on my Instagram or, well, my website's going to say the exact same thing as what I'm saying. So basically, what's on my website, as I said, you can contact me via Instagram, which is usbuds_9, or my email, which will be on the website. If you guys don't have Instagram, just email me, which is going to be on the website, and I'll kind of go through the website. So when you get on the website, there's a first page, which is the home page. And I'm looking at the website right now, so that's why I'm not facing you guys. So the home page, all that says is it's basically about the contact. And sometimes I'd put maybe a little bit of notifications on it, mostly deadlines, which I'll be putting on there. So I might be putting a calendar up there or something. I'm not sure yet. There's still a month away before the league will start, as it's only registration time right now, as it says. The registration will begin on September 6th, 2018, all the way until September 20th, 2018. So that's the registration days. And I'm giving myself 10 days to, after registration, to fully put everyone, if, like, I've got a few people, to fully put everyone adjusted on there, because that takes time, because it's not an actual fantasy site. It's my own that I created on Google. It definitely takes more time than you think to do that stuff. But that's why I'm giving myself a 10-day deadline. Plus going through school, that's why I'm giving myself 10 days going through school and all of that. But next thing is teams, which is the next page after. And basically the teams kind of serve, it's going to show every single team. So what's going to happen is going to have the team name, and then right underneath a link to Google Documents, which kind of shows everything on the team. So I'm going here to mine. So mine says my team, and then it goes right underneath it says roster. So that's every single player. And right beside the players, so that's when you're starting to play in the league. When you choose your 13 players to play in a week, you have to say picked or not picked, which is basically a simple reason for me to know which players picked, so I can kind of look and kind of get the scores in. Basically, your roster will be filled right after the draft. And the draft I will post a date on the draft on September 20th, which is the last day for the registrations. And then trading block. So if you guys don't know what trading block is basically where, say you're the person who has a player and you don't really want to keep him, you're not really tempted to go around looking at everyone's player, and just kind of have a look through. So what you do is you put him on a trading block. You're only allowed to have up to 3 players. Now, I'm looking right now, and this video has already taken almost 10 minutes. I'll keep on going on. Hopefully you guys stay on this for this information. So there can only be 3 players on trading block. There can be draft picks added to it, but only 3 stuff on the trading block. And say you're a player looking for a player, and you're like, I don't know, the trading block is just a useful thing to get players and to kind of give out players. So that's basically the main thing, and also for picks. Which brings me to my next point, which is the last thing on your team document, which says every single draft pick that you have. So let's go on the 2018 one, which is going to be this draft, which you can trade the draft picks during the draft that's going on, so there can still be. All you have to do is move over to the group chat. I'm going to have the group chat open as well. You can trade your draft picks. But it goes up to 15, like I said earlier. Or maybe I didn't say, I don't remember. It's been a 10-minute video. But anyways, the picks can go up to 15. And then it's like that. So yeah, it goes up to 15. So 15 players can be picked in 1 year. And then you get the rest from free agency. If you want to get all 24 players, that's fine. And then you have that from 2018, 2019, 2020, and 2021. Because I'm planning on only doing this for 4 years if this actually works. But basically, that's it. You can trade them. The 2018 ones, you can only trade them during the draft. I mean, you might be able to on the 10 days before the draft happens, or before the hockey starts. I'm sure I can let you guys trade draft picks if you want to. But going on next, which is not going to be one I'm going to talk too much. Oh wait, no, never mind. So going up next is called a draft. Like I told you guys plenty of times, draft picks and all of that. So draft on the draft page. And the first thing that I post is always going to be a month before. So this I'm posting a month before the draft happens, and in further years the draft class is going to be at the end of the NHL playoffs, and I'll always be doing that. But the draft class consists of 2 draft classes for the skaters and the goalies, and they're not combined. I couldn't get them combined. This year I just took the link off of NHL.com because there's no players kept, and I'll explain about that in a second. There's no like kind of stuff. It's just all, no one's picked their players yet, so that's kind of easy, and their goalies as well. And then underneath that, there's going to be a draft chat, which is going to be easier than the group chat. So the group chat is not going to be erased, but the draft chat goes, okay. So say this player, you have the first round pick, and the first overall pick, you have 2, I think I might put like a minute and 30 seconds to pick your player, and then it will be auto-picked. But once your player gets picked, you first put him in the chat, then you have time to go put him, like write him on your team. So that's basically that. And going back to the keeping players, you're allowed to keep 5 players maximum, and consisting in those 5 players, you have to have 1 goalie kept, 2 forwards and 2 defensemen, which is basically that. I'm trying to make this as fast as possible. So the next one, which I won't talk that much, is the schedule. So schedule, there's going to be a link posted to the agenda. So there's going to be an agenda on every week. So there's going to be an agenda, and then for that one, for the week that's playing, it's going to say like, okay, say this player is playing this player, put the scores up. Yeah, basically that. Standings, it will be basically a document showing standings. That's basically it. Then going over to group chat, like I explained earlier, but I'm going to go more into detail. So for the group chat, so say you find a player in the free agency. I need to know how you found him. So the group chat is a great way. So you put him on the group chat, and so how you do this is you you look through and you find, all right, let's say you found Sidney Crosby. Let's say, it's like you found Sidney Crosby. Oh, I found Sidney Crosby. I better go on the group chat as fast as I can to write it down before anyone gets him. Now, that's the most important thing. So it's basically that. And then trades, there's going to be trade negotiations that's going to happen on the group chat. And players get injured. You know, if I missed out on a player getting injured, the guy, let's say he's on the other person's team, the other person's like, hey, this player's injured, you missed out on it. You are going to need to write that down. And then I look over and I'm like, okay, I'll have to write that down. I write that down. So it's basically like that. And it seems complicated by me making a 15-minute video on it, but it's not complicated at all. Once you get like a month into it, you're going to see it's a lot of fun. And I hope that people that are passionate about it actually go on to it. People that are passionate about hockey or being a manager in hockey or stuff like that, I hope they do it. I don't mind where you're from. It doesn't matter where you're from. If you're from US or Canada, it doesn't matter. The point is to have fun. So basically, I'm going to stop this video here. This was basically explaining what's going to happen. But I hope you guys will join my league. It's currently published, so there's going to be a link down below where you guys can go find it. Or just ask me on my Instagram, and I'm sure I'll give you the information. But thank you guys so much for watching, and peace.